Hulk is often considered to be the strongest member of the Avengers. Whether or not you agree, it's undeniable that the big green monster falls into the OP, overpowered, trope thanks to the fact that his rage only increases his strength and power the angrier he gets. Naturally, the consequences of this trait and his gamma radiation have been explored in multiple various ways that take place on alternate Earths within the Marvel multiverse, and some of them are really fascinating. So today we're taking a look at some of these other iterations of Bruce Banner's angrier half with our list of the top 10 strongest alternate versions of the Hulk. And at number 10, Cull. Cull is by no means the prettiest version of the Hulk. He is described as the Hulk's Hulk, the monster that the Hulk has inside of him. And he is pretty darn evil. Cull is the result of sadness rather than rage. The dark gray creature comes out when Hulk is sad, giving him a serious power boost, making him larger in size, even gives him some nifty claws. He wants nothing more than to bathe in the blood of innocents and cause mass destruction. His cruelty is the opposite of the Hulk, who often acts out of heroic needs. Now, this Hulk is also proven to be a bit of a cannibal, having tried to eat Nova once upon a time. Eventually, he was banished for good thanks to Dr. Doom, Scarlet Witch, White Skull, Steve Rogers, and Brother Voodoo. And at number 9, War Hulk. War Hulk may not be a true alternate since he hails from 616, but it is a different kind of Hulk, that's for sure. During the Onslaught story event, Bruce Banner and the Hulk were split into two separate beings. The Hulk caught the attention of Apocalypse, who decided he would make a great inclusion to his Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Not only did Hulk get decked out with some new armor, he was also given new power thanks to a celestial energy boost. Eventually, he came to his senses and was able to break free of Apocalypse's grasp on him. And at 8, Lizard Hulk. Bruce Banner of Earth 19919 is also known as Lizard Hulk. Now, initially on this Earth, he was infected with the spider virus and managed to rewrite his DNA in order to prevent the Spider Queen having control over him. He was given Spider-Man villain Lizard's serum and was transformed from a Hulk that had 6 arms to a Hulk that was a giant lizard. Essentially, this new version has the powers of the Hulk combined with the powers of Lizard, meaning he can climb walls, he now has claws, and he can telepathically communicate with all forms of reptilian life within a 2-mile radius. In at 7, Skulk. Skulk is the amalgamation of Solomon Grundy and, of course, Hulk. Solomon Grundy being the DC Batman's Rogue Gallery villain. Skulk was created when Bruce Banner, a scientist experimenting with radiation, had an experiment go haywire, accidentally fusing himself with Solomon Grundy in the process. Essentially, this amalgam has all the powers of Hulk and Solomon Grundy combined, which is kind of a major level up for Grundy if we're being honest. Banner can also transform from his human form to Skulk at will, although it was never confirmed that he can just transform back at his command. Now, this also means that whenever Skulk dies, just like Grundy, he'll be reborn, with the swamp from his origin creating a new incarnation of him. And at number 6, the Old Man Logan Hulk from Earth 807128. Pappy Banner is a version of the Hulk who many think went gradually insane over time thanks to radiation exposure after supervillains had managed to conquer the Earth. He eventually took over the state of California, renaming it Hulkland, and mated with his first cousin She-Hulk in order to create an inbred family of younger Hulks known as the Hulk Gang. When Banner has Logan's family killed, Logan seeks out revenge, killing each and every one of Banner's family. The two eventually face off, with Banner fighting against Logan in his human form at first, having all of the superhuman strength and resilience of the Hulk. Eventually, after taking several hits from Wolverine and his claws, he transforms into the Hulk and immediately heals. He then swallows Wolverine whole, but that does not go over well. Wolverine claws his way out of the Hulk's body, eventually killing him in the process, with his wounds seemingly not healing thanks to old age presumably weakening his healing factor. And at number 5, Maestro from Earth 9200. Maestro is the Hulk from an alternate future timeline, 100 years into the future. He's a version of the big green monster who has Banner's intelligence and some of his greener half's more malevolent personality traits combined. He came to be after nuclear war caused most superpowered individuals to die, and left the human race borderline extinct. But that's where Maestro comes in. He begins to rule over the planet, now a place he calls dystopia. Now he's stronger than the regular Hulk thanks to the radiation he absorbed from the war. And at number 4, Venom Hulk. Back in 1989, in issue 4 of the second volume of the What If comics, there was a story in which was titled What If the Alien Costume Possessed Spider-Man? Long story short, after Secret Wars and Peter Parker bonded with the symbiote that would later become Venom, he didn't end up going to the Fantastic Four this time, causing the symbiote to completely bond with Parker. Eventually, the symbiote escapes, jumping ship from Parker to the Hulk, noting how incredibly powerful Hulk was. Venom was able to control Hulk's mind easily and starts bouncing around, fighting Avengers and leaping into the air with a big old toothy grin on his face. But unfortunately for the Hulk, the symbiote was using him too, and later found his way over to Thor. And at number 3, Infernal Hulk. Infernal Hulk from Earth 11638 is Straight up demonic, actually though. So on this alternate Earth, Bruce Banner becomes the Sorcerer Supreme and separates himself from the Hulk. Because he's kinda petty, he ends up banishing Hulk to Hell, where Hulk is influenced and mingles with a bunch of demons. He eventually returns from Hell and has changed quite a bit, becoming what is termed as the Infernal Hulk. His skin is orange, he's notably more demonic in appearance, and is solely driven by revenge, using new demonic abilities to try to kick Banner's butt. Eventually though, in order to save the world from the Infernal Hulk, who has all of the same powers as a super OP'd Hulk plus demonic abilities, Banner decides that he can reverse the banishing spell, returning him and Hulk together as one. He then has his own neck snap before Infernal Hulk could try to take over his body. What a way to go. And at number 2, Zombie Hulk. Zombie Hulk, or rather Bruce Banner of Earth 2149, was initially contacted by Nick Fury to aid S.H.I.E.L.D. in the resistance against those infected by the zombie plague. This is the Zombieverse, guys. We never actually see Hulk get infected, but we do see him lay siege to Castle Doomstat. Over time, Hulk and several other infected heroes, Spider-Man, Power Man, and Giant Man, eat Silver Surfer, and eventually Galactus, inheriting the power cosmic in the process. He becomes a member of the zombie Galacti, which each possess a share of the power cosmic, using it to travel around the universe, devouring planets until the universe is practically empty. Zombie Thanos would then show up and join the zombie Galacti, and complain about how they had consumed most of the known universe, especially Hulk. Zombie Hulk did not let that go easily. He killed Thanos by smashing his head in, justifying the murder by saying he now had a reason to eat for two. And finally, in at number 1, Captain Universe Hulk. Captain Universe Hulk appeared in the Captain Universe Limited series, in which various superheroes had been endowed with the Uni-Power. In this one, issue 1 of volume 1 of the series, we see Captain Universe, who is suffering from both memory and power loss, bond with Bruce Banner. This is all an attempt to have Bruce find a scientist who knows about the Uni-Power. But once they find that scientist, Hulk ends up having to use that power to stop AIM from trying to use the Uni-Power, and then subvert it for their own means. The scientist ends up dying in the process, and Bruce is blamed for the crime, which is how the series segues into Matt Murdock getting the Uni-Power, after Bruce calls him up for legal advice. Anywho, why is this version the most powerful? When the Hulk is endowed with the Uni-Power, his powers and abilities are massively enhanced. He is capable of manipulating energy and matter at the atomic level. He also has Univision, which is kind of a cosmic awareness that senses things happening at a great distance, and even things happening on a subatomic level. While embracing the Uni-Power, the Hulk even notes that this is, I quote, "Hulk is strongest one there is." He also kind of looks like a super buff Dr. Manhattan, so hey, there you go. Alright, there we have it, friends. What other powerful versions of the Hulk can you think of from alternate Earths? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know. If you dug this video, please spread that love and hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos just like this one. In the meantime though, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one.